guys, Dwayne here, and I got another vinyl update. This is the one I've been wanting to get to, that I've mentioned a few times, which is some metal stuff that I ordered from overseas, and I finally, it's been kind of rolling in, so I've got everything but one piece that I'm still waiting for, which is a pretty big piece. So I'm just going to do that later when it comes in, tie it in with another vinyl update or something. So anyway, when it comes to musical taste and things like that, I'm very, very diverse, okay? I've talked about it before. I have a term that I use when I tell people about my collection and my style of music that I like. Ranges from ABBA to Zappa, okay, A to Z. However, when it comes to certain categories of music, I love my jazz, I love my prog, classic rock, ambient, electronic, all that stuff. I love it all, okay? But the nearest and dearest to my heart has always been, and probably will always be, metal. I was born into metal. It is my absolute favorite genre of music. Things like jazz and prog and stuff like that, I kind of grew into those. But metal has always been my favorite kind of music, and primarily because of the emotion that metal stirs in me. And it's really too much to put into words. But one thing that I haven't been focusing on in my collection for a while is my metal, because I always focus on it, and I kind of took a break from the vinyl side of it for a while to focus in other areas, and so it was time for me to get back to it. And when it comes to metal, I love the 80s metal, not the hair stuff, but more of the straight metal. We all know that Maiden is my #1 band, but Maiden and Priest and Ozzy, who I just saw, and those kind of bands have always been what I really, really treasure the most. However, the stuff that's in the States now, and that has come out in the past pretty much 20 years, the mainstream stuff, is something that I just can't get into. Bands like Slipknot and oh god, I don't know, there's a bunch of them, but it's just not, and there's not that there's anything wrong with it, and in fact I respect it, but it's just not to my ear, it's just not to my liking. And Derek talks quite a bit about this. If a person doesn't like a particular style of music, it doesn't mean it's bad or that the person is crapping all over it. It's just not to their musical taste. It's like wine. Some people love Cabernets and some people like white wine. But and metal is such a diverse genre within itself. But I would say over the past 20 years, where my musical taste in metal has been pretty much overseas. All of the power metal that comes out of Germany and Finland and Sweden and all that stuff. That's really where my metal taste lies now, when it comes to current stuff. It's also hard to get vinyl for that, because it's very rare here in the States, and it's also pretty pricey. So to order the stuff from overseas can be pricey because you're paying so much on the shipping, and a lot of that stuff is also very limited. It's pressed pretty limitedly. But anyway, enough of the babbling, and let me show you the vinyl. So the first one, this is a band that actually I just recently discovered, and they're definitely right up my alley. Absolutely am loving this band a lot. Real quick, some of the bands. Anyone that's interested in power metal from England, etc. Okay, look at bands like Stradivarius, Blind Guardian, Rhapsody. You'll see both those bands in a minute. Ed Guy, God, what's some others? Camelot. If you look these bands up on YouTube, you'll get a really good idea of the stuff I'm talking about. A lot of it mixes orchestration with metal. It's sometimes called symphonic power metal. And this is definitely a band that kind of falls into that category. And this band is Pagans Mind. And this is the new album, Heavenly Ecstasy. And I believe actually they have, I think, maybe 4 or 5 albums now. But like I said, I just recently discovered them. And this is just awesome. And I'll tell you too, with this stuff, I actually double sleeve these. They're very, very heavy. It's all like 180, 200 gram vinyl. Very wonderful packaging, and I do my best to protect these. So these deserve 2 sleeves. And so what I do is, you know, one goes in on top like this, that one comes off, and then I sleeve, most of this stuff's gatefold. I slip one on, you know, this way, okay, so that it keeps the gatefold closed nice and tight. Anyway, so like I said, this is a gatefold, and there's the band on the inside of the cover, and this is on colored vinyl. It's really cool orange color, both discs, 2 LP set. And this is just, I'm really really liking this band a lot. So anyone that's into that kind of stuff and you have not checked out Pagans Mind, check them out. And I do have other vinyl to show as well, but I'm going to do this video strictly on these metal pieces that I picked up because I don't want to go too long. So on that note, okay, on to the next. Here's another just killer band. I'm sure Cool Ranch Dressing, I'm sure you probably know all about Iced Earth. And this is Framing Armageddon. And this is, they have a new LP out right now. This is the one prior to that. And this one, I believe this was the last LP with Ripper Owens on lead vocals. Ripper Owens replaced the one, the only Matt Barlow, who did come back. He had left the band and then he came back and then he left again. So this is just typical, incredible Iced Earth with Ripper on vocals. There's the inside of the cover there. And this, I believe, this is black vinyl. Yeah, black vinyl on this one. So, Iced Earth is just such an incredible band. Okay, I've shown one piece of vinyl by this band before, and when it comes to symphonic power metal, and a lot of these bands like to utilize like Sword and Sorcery. Blind Guardian is well known for adapting the Lord of the Rings story and using J.R.R. Tolkien's work in a lot of their material. Well, this is Rhapsody of Fire, formerly Rhapsody, and I talked about this once before where they were forced to change their name, and I don't recall why, but so Rhapsody became Rhapsody of Fire, same band. The lead guitarist, Luca Turilli, has now officially, just recently, I think within the past couple months, left the band. And he also has some incredible solo material. He is just a phenomenal classical metal guitarist. But so anyway, this is the Frozen Tears of Angels. And once again, this is a limited 180 gram 2LP gatefold. And I'll show you the inside here. And this stuff is, I mean, man, you want to talk about, you know, Dungeons and Dragons metal. This stuff right here. I mean, this is the kind of stuff, you listen to this, and it makes you want to put your armor on, climb aboard your warhorse, unsheath your sword, and ride into battle. That's the best way I can describe Rhapsody. It's straight up, just ass-kicking, you know, battle charge metal. And then this one, this was the last LP when by Rhapsody of Fire, when they were as just Rhapsody. And this is Symphony of Enchanted Lands 2. Symphony of Enchanted Lands was their first LP, and then there were many LPs in between, and so they got back to the story of that LP. And that's the other thing about Rhapsody. All of their albums, the whole album tells a whole, you know, like epic saga story. But this was the last LP that they put out before they had to change their name. So here they're just Rhapsody. And I'll open this one for you. Once again, just, man, I swear these things are like, you know, 2 pounds. Once again, a gatefold pressing. You can see here, I mean, let the covers kind of explain the music. And I mean, this is pretty much dead on in what you're going to get out of the music. You know, dragons, sorcerers, so on and so forth. And this is black vinyl as well. So, you know, if anyone has any kind of interest in this, you know, please do yourself a favor, get on YouTube and look these bands up if you're curious or interested in this kind of stuff. So, Symphony of Enchanted Lands 2. Okay, and then the next Rhapsody I have, this is Power of the Dragon Flame. And this is a limited edition. I believe it's a numbered. Is this one numbered? No, it's just limited to 5,000 copies, but it's not numbered. Power of the Dragon Flame. You know. Let me. Speaking of dragons and whatnot, you know, if it wasn't for bands like Rhapsody and Blind Guardian, you know, there wouldn't be any Dragon Force. Okay. Which, you know, I like Dragon Force, but, you know, this is the real deal. I'll just say that. Let me open this one up for you. So, once again, gatefold. And then the vinyl. This one comes with really cool poster here of the cover art. Just, you know, the packaging, and most of these are on the Nuclear Blast label. Here's the first LP. Just beautiful stuff. There's the back with the band. That's Luca Turilli right there. And it's a 2 LP set. That's the first LP. And this is the second. Once again, there's the band on the back. Sorry about the glare. There we go. So, Power of the Dragon Flame. Okay, now the next two and the last two I'm going to show are out of all of the power metal bands, my absolute favorite, right there, Blind Guardian. Saw this band in 2006. They came to the States on their tour, did a few shows, and they played at the Fillmore in San Francisco. And that was one of the shows where I go to the show and I'm just so awestruck from someone that I just so admire and love. And Hansi Kirsch, the lead singer of Blind Guardian, is by far one of my absolute top picks, best metal singers, best metal vocalists ever. And this LP was for the tour. It's the shirt I have, which is Twist in the Myth. And this is just, and of course I have all this stuff on CD. But getting it on vinyl has been tough and expensive. And Blind Guardian's first early LPs, you'll see them on eBay, like the first 4 to 5 LPs, I see them on there all the time, $199, $250. I'm not kidding. They're very, very rare. So I was so happy to get these gatefold. And yeah, this is black vinyl. So A Twist in the Myth, and their big track off of this was called Fly, which is basically Blind Guardian's version of telling the tale of Peter Pan. So if you think Peter Pan isn't cool, listen to this. So A Twist in the Myth. And then this one, this is my absolute favorite Blind Guardian LP. I was so happy to get this finally on vinyl. A Night at the Opera. And this is just my absolute favorite Blind Guardian album. There's a song on here, Wait for an Answer, which is just, my God, I probably burned an etching into my CD from replaying it so many times. And this is a 2 LP set, but it's non-gatefold. It's just both LPs inside, like that. And these are black vinyl as well. But absolutely love this album. So those are what I'm going to show. I've been waiting a long time to get these on vinyl. There's still many more, and there's some that I already have, but this all came over the past couple weeks. I kind of did a big order from different places and got those in. So the one big thing that I'm waiting for is I had ordered the Blind Guardian 4 LP box set. So I'm really excited about that one. So anyway, guys, that's this update. Like I said, I do have some other stuff to shoot, but I just didn't want to mix this metal haul with other stuff. So anyway, hope you enjoyed. Check those bands out. Any of my friends and subscribers that I have overseas, if you guys ever stumble across albums by Blind Guardian, Rhapsody, Stradivarius, Ed Guy, the list goes on and on, I'd be happy to utilize you if at all possible. I don't like asking for things, but if anybody out there wants to help a brother dig from miles and miles away, let me know. Anyway, peace everybody, stay in the groove as always, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.